Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking. It is Saturday evening, and I will be continuing my Defenders of the Shadowlands Shadowdark board RPG. And so we rejoin Elenora, an elven ranger, and Reo, human thief, but rules-wise they're both fighters with a ranger background and a thieves guild background. And we just made our way back into the city of Kamaron, where we completed our bounty hunt quest and handed in the Reaver's Head, got our bounty, got our XP, and leveled up to level 3. We are already level 3 now. So I updated my character sheets. And we are still in the action phase of the round. So each of us can take one action, and we don't have any quests at the moment, so we should get some. But also let me check our finances. So we are at 197 gold pieces. We actually do have good weapons. Elenora has a silvered dagger and longsword, and also a masterwork longsword. However, that one is not silvered yet. And I think, let me check the prices. I think it would be good if her masterworked longsword would also be silvered to fight certain monsters. Okay, so city actions. For the price of 50 gold pieces per weapon, you can have a weapon silvered, making it more effective against certain types of creatures. So for now we don't have any magical weapons, which could be a problem if we are facing some higher level creatures, because eventually I have to go into a dungeon to get the artifacts that I need. But for now, I think my first action will be the buy weapons, gear, and other equipment action. And Elenora, she will take this action, and I will have her masterwork longsword silvered for 50 gold pieces. So what I will do is I just put a little S in parentheses next to her weapon entry on her character sheet, which means it is a silvered weapon, and I just subtract 50 gold pieces. So I'm at 147 pool gold. 147. Okay, do I need anything else? Actually, yes, I do. I think I could get some more rations. Yeah, I'm going to buy 2 rations. So I'm back to 6, which means 3 rations fit in 1 slot. So I just fill them up. I don't need an extra slot. But I gotta look up the prices real quick here. Gear, where's the gear? Gear. Starting gear, AC gear, 34. Okay, 34, where are the page numbers? Oh, here. Okay, weapons, basic gear, rations. Rations 3, 5 silver pieces. Okay, so I'll just get 2, but it'll still be 5 silver pieces. Okay, so 5 silver, so I'm at 146 and 5 silver. 146 and 5 silver. And my pool rations are back to 6. Still have a healing potion. That's fine. And now Rio's action will be to get quests from the notice board so that we get something to do. And there are always 3 quests available. So I roll 3d12. 11 and 5. Let's check these first. 11 and 5. The notice board here. Quest number 5 is... Okay, the vile band of goblins have taken an important heirloom, and that is a party of adventurers who can clean out their goblin camp. 6 goblins are to be defeated, and so the difference between this and like the goblin hunt is because you have to retrieve this heirloom from a goblin camp. You actually have to go there, and you cannot complete this mission by randomly killing goblins. So the goblin camp quest, and the other one, 11. Okay, the monster slayer with anatomic proficiency. We had this to complete a rare potion. I need the eye of an ogre. To the party of adventurers that brings me this ingredient, I will pay 120 gold pieces, and there the quest encounter will be an ogre. So I will take both of these quests, and I will roll again to get a 3rd quest. You can have 3 quests at a time. 4. Animal handlers needed. For a very potent potion, I need a special ingredient. Vicious teeth of a wolf. A set of wolf teeth. Quest encounter 2 wolves. That's an easy one now. Okay. So yeah, I will take that one too. So I'll update my quest log. And I will take the number 4 quest. Quest animal handlers. And I'll roll up the hexes for those in a minute. I will take the number 5 goblin camp quest. Goblin camp. And the monster slayer with anatomic proficiency number 11 quest. Okay, and now I need to determine the hexes where these quests take place. And I just see that there's still this hex, this marker right here. So we just get rid of it. Okay, so the first number 4 animal handlers needed quest will be hex 2, 4. 2 and 4. So 0, 2 and 0, 4. Oh, in the a danger level 4 forest. Damn. Okay, so that is the 0, 2, 0, 4. Okay, the goblin camp is in 4, 6. 0, 4, 0, 6. Oh, that's not too far. That's in the swamps here. The goblin camp. 0, 4, 0, 6. And the monster slayer with anatomic proficiency is in 1, 8. Oh, in the mountains. Danger level 4 mountains. 1, 8. Okay. So actually not that far. However, to enter a square or hex of mountain terrain, I need 3 of my 4 movement points, so I can basically move only 1 hex per round. Let me double check this. Yes, moving into a hex of mountain terrain costs 3 movement points. Okay. So that was the action phase. So we head over to the marketplace, we check the notice board, we get our quest notes, and of course I got my solo spelunking cup with me. It'll be a regular now at my gaming table. So let's see what we encounter while we make our way through the city. 16. Okay, 16 city encounters. City encounters here. 16. A friendly mage offers to teach one spellcaster in the party a tier 1 spell for 5 gold pieces. You can choose an additional tier 1 spell as a known spell. Sadly, I do not have any spellcasters in my party. So, so while we are studying the notice board, this friendly mage approaches us and he says, "Oh, young adventurers, what would I give to be young again? Well, I had my fair share of excitement, and I'm happy to share my experiences. So if you're eager to learn more of the arcane arts, I will gladly share some of my knowledge with you." And Elenora goes, "Well, that is a very kind offer, good sir, but sadly, none of us two is proficient with the arcane arts." And the mage goes, "Oh, well, what a shame. You know, it would make the adventuring life so much easier." And then Elenora goes, "I'm sure it probably would make it easier. So what do you say, good sir? One last adventure? Do you care to join us on our next quests? To aid us with your expertise?" And he goes, "Well, it is a tempting offer, I have to admit. But sadly, I must decline. I am in the work or in the progress or doing work on some very important research at the moment. And this needs to be completed in time. But maybe when I'm done, I will go out on one last adventure." Yeah, maybe. Okay. So, resting phase. 3 gold pieces. 2 gold pieces each for a room. And, yeah, so 5 silver for a meal for each. So 3. So I'm at 143. Pool gold. We just take the same in. We spent the night, and the good thing is now that we are fully rested and healed up to our new HP value. And now it is time to embark on our quest. And let me see, are the pictures still in? Yeah. Okay. So 0204, that is the animal handling quest. Oh, but this is up there in the woods. Okay, so I will make my way up north again through the swamp, sweep by the goblin camp, and then I maybe head to Noldek first to resupply, and then I will take my chances in the danger level 4 woods. So that's the plan. So we have rested. We start a new round with the movement phase, and we move 1, 2, 3, and sadly that would be 4, 5. So we don't reach our destination. And in the action phase, once again, Elenora, she will try to forage so that we conserve our rations. It is a danger level 3 location, but that's not important for foraging, only the terrain is. So foraging in the swamp, I think it is a DC 15. Let me double check. And like I said, I really should make a reference sheet, but I haven't done so. Yeah, swamp DC 15. Forest is only DC 9. DC 12 grasslands and mountains is DC 18. Okay, so DC 15. So Elenora is foraging, using her wisdom and advantage because of her ranger background. Oh, look at this. Natural 20 and I rolled a 15. So no trouble there at all. So I get my forage yes token as a reminder. So we foraged, so we don't need to expend our own resources. Now the next action, Reo will be again reconnaissance. So he must succeed at a DC 15 Dex and Whiz check. And yeah, let's see. Dex sneaking gets advantage, and I'm at +4 Dex now, DC 15. Yes, 12 plus 4, that is 16. But now wisdom, it'll be a 15. I do not get a modifier. No. Okay, so I can only roll once for the encounter. So we enter the encounter phase. Now we are in the swamps. So let's see. Swamp encounter. 14 in the swamps. 14. Okay. Plains and grasslands. Swamp encounter 14. Oh, the sting bats again. On a muddy trail bordered by mushrooms, the sting bats, they are drawn by blood, but luckily I am at full hit points, so they fly away without bothering me. Okay, so this time I'm lucky. I also don't have any dried blood on me from a severed head. So now we enter the resting phase. We are looking for a secure campsite. So Elenora will once again, it is a DC 13 because it's 10 plus the danger level. And she needs a wisdom check. And maybe I should also, because usually in Shadowdark actually intelligence is used for this nature related stuff. Wisdom is more like in Dungeons and Dragons, and I usually like to give the player options. So maybe I will just update this to intelligence or wisdom, whatever you choose. So yeah, you can play this, of course, how you want. So I will use wisdom because I got a wisdom modifier, but I think it would be also totally fine to use intelligence. Okay, advantage because of the ranger background. I need a DC 13. And I get +2. Oh, look at this. I rolled an 18, natural 18. So once again, a safe rest. So this is actually pretty easy. I consume my foraged food. And I enter the next round, enter the movement phase. And now we head into this hex right there. And we go into the action phase. I will still forage because I will have to rest. So it's a DC 15 wisdom with advantage. Oh yes, look at this, rolled a 16. So yes, we foraged again, forage yes. And now because there's the quest encounter here, in the encounter phase I will encounter the quest encounter, so I don't need to take the reconnaissance action, so I'm actually free to take another action. And this action will be something that I always failed in the future. I will try to lift morale. The character taking this action can entertain, sing, play an instrument, tell jokes, etc., and lift morale by succeeding at a DC 12 charisma check. If successful, every character in the party, including the performing character, gains a luck token if they don't already have one, because by rules as written, you can only have one luck token at a time, and if you play by the Shadowdark rules, you can have as many luck tokens as you have characters in your party. So if you're traveling alone, you cannot lift your own moral. You need at least one companion to take this action. So we want to prepare for the upcoming battle as Reo goes to Elenora and goes, "Well, Elenora, have I ever told you this one joke that I like so much? Please don't. You have tried a couple of times, but I still don't find it funny." "Well, I've never told it like this, so listen carefully." And I roll a 14, and I tell this joke. So, two halflings and a dwarf walk into a bar. And I tell this joke like I've never told it before, and suddenly Elenora goes, "Ah, why haven't you told me that joke before like this? This is really great." Okay, and now we both get a luck token. Because now we have prepared for the upcoming battle. So these are our luck tokens. Okay, so battle, Goblin Camp. Goblin Camp, I think it was 6 goblins. 6 goblins. Boop, boop, boop. Where's the quest list? Here. 6 goblins, yes. We have to clean out their goblin camp. 6 goblins. Okay, so the goblin camp will be the not the camp map, actually. It'll be, they made their camp here within these ruins. Okay. Come on, where are you? Turned into the wrong direction. Yes, so this will be the goblin camp. So we will approach from here, and the goblins, they have made camp. So this is like an old ruined crypt, half sunken into the swamp, even though this is not really a swamp map, but it doesn't matter. So let me get the goblins out. So 6 goblins. Goblin. Oh, here's another one. So 1, 2, and these are all Pathfinder pods, just in case you are wondering. So a goblin. 3. 4, 5, and 1 more. Ah, this is a good one. And 6 goblins. Alright, now for some bases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases. Alright, so the goblins. Let's add a little RP. So they have set up 2 guards here. Then they have a leader, which will be this this goblin commando. That's the leader, just for fluff, doesn't have any other stats. He has like made a makeshift throne there, and he's holding this family heirloom that they stole, and he is happy that they got it. There's one goblin that just took a leak back there outside, and two goblins that are there to serve their master, serve whatever needs he has. Okay, so let's get the stats out. Okay. Goblin boss. Oh, but it's not a goblin boss, it's just a goblin. Alright, goblin. They got AC 11. Goblin AC 11. 5 hit points, HP 5 each. They have +0 attack, club, +0. You know what? I will give them daggers and have them attack at +1 because they're using their dexterity, because they also deal 1d4 and I think it fits better. Goblin. So +1 d4 dagger and also +1 d4 short bow. Okay. And they can't be surprised because they have keen senses. That's all I need to know. They got a +1 initiative modifier. Okay. And I will just track their hit points with little dice on the pawn. Okay, so initiative. So they can't be surprised. They have keen senses. So we try to sneak up on this goblin encampment. And as soon as we come into view, one of the goblin guards, he yells, "Intruders!" And immediately it is initiative. So the goblins are red, we are black. They got +1, we got +4. Oh look, they only have a 3, we have a 9. So we go first. Side-based initiative, but it's not re-rolled, not chaos mode. So we go, and then the goblins go, and then we go, and then the goblins go, etc. Okay, so we go first. So of course we want to take out the guards first. So Elenora, to get a better, just for the cinematics, she jumps up onto this stone coffin, and while she's jumping up in a cinematic fashion, she takes an arrow out and shoots at this goblin right here. And now, because she's got dex +4 and because of her level up, she got +1 melee and range attack, she already attacks +8. So this is basically, unless she rolls a 1, it's a sure thing. And d8 +2 damage should also be safe to take out the goblin. And look, it's a 2. And that's actually a miss, because 8 + 2 is 10. You know what? This is where I will use her luck token, because this is just ridiculous. So, thank God Reo told her that joke. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Look at this. A 2 again. I re-rolled and I got a 2 again. I miss. I used my luck token and I still miss. So this little fella, he ducks at the last second, and the arrow hits the ground. And that was Elenora's turn. Now Reo, Yeah, we want to split up a little, so he moves over there, 1, 2, 3, and also jumps up here and shoots at this guard. And Reo is not that great, but still he attacks +4. You know what? Actually, he attacks +5. I forgot to update this because he's got Dex +4 now, and one of his talent rolls was also +1 melee and ranged attacks. So his longbow, it was +4 because he had. I didn't upgrade his stats, so it is +5 also, but no damage bonus for him. Yeah, 4 + 1, so +5. And I need to hit 11. I roll a 14, however, only 4 points of damage, meaning this goblin is still standing because he's got 5 hit points. So he takes an arrow to the knee, but he can still move. And that was our turn. And now it's the goblin's turn. And now we could be actually in trouble because I thought I would, or I was pretty sure that I could take out 2 goblins in the first round, but I didn't. And now all 6 of them, however I do have good armor, can retaliate. So this goblin, he gets out his short bow, shoots at Elenora using the red enemy d20. But still the black d4, short bow. Attack! And he rolls a 3. He misses, but then he gets out of line of sight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He moves back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And takes cover behind. So he can still shoot around the corner and can also be attacked, but with cover with disadvantage then. Okay, this goblin, also he shoots at Reo. He rolls a 9, he misses, and only would have been only 1 point of damage. So he just quickly shoots, and then he moves back in. 1, 2, 3, into the corner here. To also get out of line of sight. So let's turn these like this. Everybody that has acted. Okay. And those goblins, they haven't acted yet. And this is where usually my little let me get something out real quick here. Because I'm really bad at keeping track with talking and playing, and so I always make like a little activation token. So this ugly drawn bar here represents all those that have acted. So everyone that is turned this way has acted. Okay, so that I can keep better track, and then I can just move this. All right, so this goblin here from the inside, he has line of sight to Elenora. He shoots with the short bow. Protect the boss, he goes and shoots. Natural 1. Okay, so no. But he moves a little bit further back. And I have to turn him because he acted. Okay, 3 goblins left. The boss from where he's standing also shoots at Elenora. I'm not going to bother with distances here. Oh, natural 1. So they roll as bad as Elenora did. He moves 1 over to take cover behind his goblin friends. All right, so we got 2 goblins still able to act. This goblin right here will shoot at Reo from his position. And it's a 4. This is so ridiculous. And he moves behind this wall there. Actually, he moves another one over so that he can't be counter-attacked. Okay, I got one more goblin. He moves, takes cover here behind this wall and shoots around the corner at Elenora, who is still exposed on her stone coffin. Oh, look. Oh, natural 20 and 4 points of damage, and I get to roll double damage. Ooh. And 1. 5 points of damage. Ooh, first blood, but sadly it's our blood. Alright, so Elenora is at... Oh, she's got 19 hit points, and now she took 5 damage. So Elenora and Reo, 19. And now she is at 14. Damn. Okay, next round. Everybody has acted. I just turned this around. And we go first. I'm not re-rolling initiative. We go first. It is side-based. And we can act. Alright, so Elenora, she has learned. So she moves backwards a little and crouches behind, taking cover behind this stone coffin, and shoots at this goblin, but she attacks with disadvantage now because he has cover from this wall. She will have cover from this stone coffin, but I think she still has the upper hand because even though she rolls with disadvantage, she gets +8 to her roll. So she targets this goblin with disadvantage. Gotta take the lower die. And the lower die is a 9. That is still plenty. And 5 + 2, 7 damage. So after her bold move, she is a little bit more careful now, more tactical. Crouches and takes out this goblin. Reo. Okay, so Reo figures, well, I can't shoot at anyone from my position. I will have to move over to shoot at this goblin. So I will move over 1, 2, 3, 4. Also take cover behind here and shoot in a straight line, no cover at this goblin there. And yes. So +5. 19 and 5 points of damage. So that is enough to take this goblin out. All right. So goblins turn. 4 goblins. And I'm not using morale. I just like combat too much. I don't like moral rules in any game. I usually fight to the end, or maybe like if the story demands it. But so what do I do? So this goblin, he will shoot around the corner at Elenora, who is also in cover. So he will just stay where he's at and attack with disadvantage. Doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'm using those 2 dice. Disadvantage. I also have to take the lower one. +1 at Elenora. And she's got an AC of 17. So I need a 16, but I have to use the lower die. A natural 20, which I can't use, but a 17. So he hits, but for 1 point of damage, but still a hit is a hit. Elenora is nicked at the shoulder and is down to 13 hit points. Okay, so this goblin now moves up behind this goblin, also shoots around the corner with disadvantage at Elenora. So it's like a sniper battle. Natural 20 again, but thanks to the disadvantage, I have to use the 3, but it would also have been maximum damage. So, whew, okay, a miss. All right, 2 goblins. The wounded goblin moves up, takes cover here, or still in cover, shoots at... also at Elenora, because they all shot at her. And she looks... they both look armored the same way, because she's also wearing chainmail now. But still. Disadvantage because she crouched behind. No, rolls a 5. Even without disadvantage would have been a miss. Okay, and the goblin boss, he moves. He is taking cover behind his mate and also behind this wall, and also shoots at Elenora because he's got a better line of sight to her. Ooh, 19 and 4. Thanks to the disadvantage, he misses. Okay, everybody has acted. Next round. And our turn again. Elenora shoots with disadvantage at the goblin here in the far back. Disadvantage. Got to take the lower die. It's a double natural 1. I mean, if this would be a role-playing game, double natural 1, her bow would have snapped now, because like Snake Eyes with 2d20, but because it's a board game, even though it's tempting, you can't get the solo gamer out of the solo gamer, but the solo role player. But no, she just misses, even though she misses spectacularly. So the arrow, so she lets loose too early, and the arrow shoots off into the air, and the goblin just laughs. You can't even shoot into my direction. And even Reo looks at her and goes, Elenora. And she just, I slipped. Okay, now he, with disadvantage because of cover, trying to finish off this wounded goblin there. Disadvantage, I have to use the 15, which is still enough, but 2 points, but I only need 1 point, so he finishes off this wounded goblin. Alright, so we all acted. Goblin's turn. Okay, this goblin shoots at Elenora with disadvantage because we're all hiding in cover. No, not hiding, ducking. Ooh, 19 and 20. I gotta take the 19. Lucky that will be because only 1 point of damage. So he hits Elenora at 12 HP. And he moves 1 over so that he can't be counterattacked. And now this guy attacks from here also at Elenora. So now they have, basically I decide now they all focused their fire on Elenora because she's wounded. Disadvantage 8, that's a miss, also moves 1 over. The goblin boss at Elenora. They all used their short bows. Oh, natural 1, disadvantage, no. Okay, and he moves into this corner. Okay, next round, our turn. So, flip this, and Reo goes, I'm sick of this hide and seek. I'm going in, the boss is alone in there, I'm going to take this trinket. Alright, so he moves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and he takes a double move. 1, 2, basing this goblin that holds the heirloom, but he can't attack because he used his action to take another move, but now he's in there. Okay, and Elenora, she can't, yeah, well, she can, she moves as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, she moves in. 6. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, she was here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she makes it only to here, but from here she can shoot at this goblin. I'll give her disadvantage because this goblin is in melee with Reo, but still she's a good shot. So Reo, he is going in as an arrow from Elenora with disadvantage. I'm using the 8, but plus 8 is still 16, and 3 plus 2 is exactly the 5. So as he basically closes the distance, as he reaches him suddenly from the side, an arrow fells this goblin, and Elenora just goes, see how it's done. Okay, now the goblins. Like I said, I'm not going to use morale. They will just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This guy sneaks up on Elenora and from here attacks her adjacent with his dagger. So no disadvantage. Plus 1. Elenora has an AC of 17. We still have pretty good AC. Ooh, 16 plus 1, that is 17 maximum damage, 4 points. Eleonora's had 8 hit points, and we still got the resting phase. Okay, but I also still have a potion. You bugger! And this goblin, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, attacks Reo with his dagger also. But it's a miss. 2 and 4. Next round. Initiative is not re-rolled. Side-based. We go. Reo. Now getting also out his dagger. Plus 6. D4 plus 2. Let me see. Did I forget? So he got, because he's using dex now, he's got 4. And for his plus 1, he's got 5. Weapon mastery 6 exactly, and for so he's actually at plus 7 because for level 2 he also gets plus 1. So I forgot to update his dexterity based attacks, and I really should get new character sheets. These look pretty messy because of all this erasing. All right, so dagger plus 7, d4 plus 2. 14, and that is 3 plus 2, that is 5. Kills this guy, and Elenora, she just moves backwards. No, she doesn't. She just moves 1, 2, 3, 4, and just in a straight line shoots at this goblin with her longbow. 13, that is a hit, but only 4 points of damage, so this guy is actually still alive. Alright, that was our turn, and now it's this goblin's turn. So he charges forward in a blood frenzy and attacks Elenora. but he misses with a 9. All right, next round, our turn. Elenora, she retaliates, just takes one step back, shoots. And I gotta switch this around, so. 17, yeah. 3 plus 5, so. Okay, so we killed the last goblin. So 6 goblins, and every goblin is worth 1 XP, so that is half XP. I think rounded, so I give myself 3 XP in my pool because of the hunter mode, so I'm at 4 pool XP. So we have cleared this camp, as Elenora now notices her wound, and she goes, damn, now that the adrenaline is gone, I'm hurting. Wait, let me see. So Reo, he walks up over to her. Doesn't look good. We should rest here tonight. You should get some rest. Yeah. I will, hopefully. Yes. Okay, so we did forage. That was the encounter phase. We are in the resting phase. Let's see if we can make this camp safe. So Elenora, it's a DC 13. She's using her wisdom with advantage because of her ranger background. DC 13. Because if I don't get this camp safe, it'll be a problem if there's an encounter, but 10 and 19. Because she's at what was it, 8 hit points. Okay, so that was the encounter phase, was clearing out the camp. The resting phase, so we consume the foraged ration. The camp is secure because I succeeded at my wisdom, and so we have a safe rest, which means Elenora restores her hit points. Okay. So this is where I will leave it. I will start the next session with a new round, the movement phase. So we retrieved the heirloom. The quest is not completed yet. We have to bring it back, but first we will go here and see if we can complete this encounter there as well, in the dangerous woods, where there's no safe resting place and the chance of an encounter during the night is actually pretty high. So far I've been very lucky with my rests and encounter rolls. So it actually feels a little easy, but as you've seen in this encounter, a few unlucky rolls can easily turn the tide. So yeah, but this is where I will leave it for today. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little episode of my mixed board game, RPG like sort of improvised game. And remember to like and subscribe and comment and do all the stuff the algorithm likes. And I want to remind you, I still have, in celebration of 200 videos on YouTube, a 25% sale going on all of my products on DriveThruRPG. This sale will be active until Monday, I think the 27th. I think it is always 9 a.m. GST, so General Standard Time or whatever. So it's like, I think, Central American Time, drive-through. Yeah, so you know what that is. So you better get this stuff tomorrow or now to be safe if you want to save some bucks. All right, so thank you for watching, and as always, stay safe and stay healthy until the next video. Bye bye.